welcome back to my YouTube channel. And this is going to be the next part of our food app series. In the previous video, we implemented the basic functionality and we also listed down the deliveries. And now, what we should do? The next thing that I would like to do is that once you accept the order, let's say if a rider accept that delivery, we should be showing that in the orders section, right? So let's just start working on that and get things ready for the order sections. Okay, so what we need to do is that we need to get over here, and from over here you can go to the rider routes, and if you go down here you'll see this is the riders slash delivery slash active. This means this will deliver all the data that is required for accessing the, like, whatever the rider has accepted, the kind of orders that rider has accepted. Okay, so now we'll go over here into this food section, and now from over here let's just start working on that. We have a get request, and we have slash rider slash deliveries slash active, which means that it will return all the active deliveries that are there that the rider has accepted. And since we don't have that response, so we can go back again over here, and over here we can set that to active, and when I send that, you'll see that it will give me the customer details. It will give me all the stuff that I need, so I can just copy that. That's most probably, I think, the orders details. Okay, so now I've just copied that. We get over here into this model section, get over here, and then from over here let's just call that rider delivery orders. Okay, and then we can get over here as generate. I think the item and the food item, sorry, item and the order item should be same, if I'm not wrong. ID, menu item, order ID, quantity. I think ID, menu item ID, order ID. Okay, I think that's something different. We already have a restaurant, so we can just get rid of that. We get over here into this, we can set something like this. Let's just see what, where else do we have. Okay, now let's just call that control F6, call it delivery order. Okay, this is basically just to identify, and we can also rename, refactor that to delivery order item. Okay, I think that should be done. That should be enough. Okay, now we have this thing ready, and now we'll call it delivery. What's the call? Rider delivery orders. I think we can also refactor it to a better name. I'm really sorry. Uh, rider delivery list orders list response. So we have better understanding of what we have done. Okay, now I have this thing, and what we will do is that we'll go over here into the orders list section. We don't have anything else. Let's just create a view model for this. Call it orders list view model. This is going to be a class. Okay, we've made a mistake. It should be model. Now over here we'll call it as health view model, and we'll also use it inject constructor for this private wall food API as API, and this is going to be a view model, so that we can use it. Now over here we have the seal classes for orders, and then we'll say seal class order list screen. This is going to be delivery order. I think that should be enough. And now over here we'll say private state, that is going to be mutable state flow of that. Then the rest as state flow. We can also create event. Instead we'll call it mutable shared flow, and we don't need that empty. We can just that as shared flow. Okay, that's something. We can also say get order, and then we'll create a function that will basically help us get that order. I'm going to say view model scope dot launch over here, and from over here we'll call it first thing that we need to do is that we need to make that state dot value is equals to loading. Okay, then we will say wall response response is equals to safe API call food API dot get active deliveries, and now from there we'll say when response API response dot success. We'll do something like this. Okay, you need to make sure we need to change that to the type, and the rest is going to be else. Okay. Okay, delivery dot data. I think that should be fine. In case of error, we are gonna do should be one more state. Let's call that data class error, and we'll use error over there with the response message. This is also going to be error for something went wrong. Now over here we can do is that you can set something as if it's an empty, then we'll set that state as empty. I think that should be enough. And now we get over here into the order list screen section. Then second thing would be to create a view model is equals to health view model, and that health view model is gonna help us set up this section. So I'm gonna say column, that is going to be modifier modifier dot fill max size. I think that should be fine. And then along with that we'll basically do something like this. Let's just create one more thing, call it state view model dot state dot collect as state with life cycle. And now we'll use that state over here, state dot value. We can see if it's loading fine. If it's an empty screen, we don't have that empty screen, so we can create a text, or maybe we can create a column and have a text with something like this. Okay, okay, right. Okay, so we have this thing. We just need to make sure to set the proper information. Okay, I think that should be fine. So now what I did is that basically I created a column which basically center align everything and show it. And we can also do that for this. Okay, it should be success, not orders. I'm really sorry. Okay, in case of success, it should be something like this. Okay, now over here, you can just create that orders, and then from over here, you can say that we can create a lazy column for that, set some items, get a list, orders, and now from there, we can create a column. I'm gonna use this basically the one that I created over here. That basically pretty much what I need. We'll definitely change it, but let's just copy that over here, paste it over here, and yes, rather than having this, we can. Okay, yes, okay. So now the first thing is that we need the order ID. So I'm gonna say order ID for there. Then we need the restaurant dot address for the address, and we also, I think that should also be dot customer dot address line one, and then we have this order ID, which is fine. Then we have uh what do we have? I think let's just add the status of the order, and these buttons are not required, so we don't need those buttons. Rest is pretty much the way it should be. Okay, and now we get over here, we can also fix this, and hopefully I think this is enough. Once we now we were basically, we'll just run this, and once we land on this order section, and rather than having this empty section, this will basically now show me the list of the orders that user has accepted. And for notification, we don't see anything because I think there are no notification for this user, because the notification is another generic section which is in the main, and we are not reusing it. So let's see if this is the correct thing, or if maybe there's something that I'm missing. So okay, now we are over here, we get over here, and now you can see when we get over here, the two orders that were basically assigned to me are there. One is this, second one is this, slightly odd numbers, but maybe that's something that's from the back end side. Okay, now when user click on that, like from over here, user can basically just change whatever they want for this, right? So yeah, that's something that we did. Now let's just fix that notifications problem that we have. We are not able to identify what's the issue, and I think that reason for that is that if you have an empty section, you can define that if something is empty, you will say that we're not gonna show that lazy column because definitely it's empty. Else we'll show that. Okay, now we are over here. We get over here. It's fine. When we go to notification, you can see that it's saying that no notification is available, which means that the notifications are not there for yet, like for this rider. But I think other than that, everything is pretty much how it should look. Now, what we want to do is that when user click on that, we want to navigate to the order details screen, and from the order details screen, we will allow that user to like uh, change the values from one point, like from one specific thing to another, right? So let's just get that thing done right now. We have an order detail screen, something like this, which is already there. I'm gonna use the same order detail screen we have for the restaurant as well, but with slight changes. So let's just use everything that's there. Copy that, go over here to my order detail screen, this one, and paste it. Now see what is changed. Think we can use the same endpoint for this as well. This is same thing. So let's just create this new Kotlin class, call it order details view model. It's the class, and I'm gonna paste it like this. So it is basically something very similar to what we have. We can get the details of that order, and the user can change that orders from there. So yeah, that's something we should be doing. Update the order status. So like when you're updating the order status, this is just the status that we update, and then we get the notification based on that. This is something that we should do like this, and also view model is equals to health view model. We'll use that same order ID over here for this. Yes, you can also import the extension functions that we have. So now one interesting thing that we would like to do over here, uh, that is this list of status. Now for each case there are different kind of status that we would like to do. For example, right now we have these, right? I think there should be specific one to each type, or like each type of users that we have. For example, for a order for a restaurant, you might want only these, right? But for a rider, you might want these as well, these only. So I think that that should be distributed properly, and we should be handling it properly. So I think that, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go over here into our orders section. It's in the utils. So we go over here to the riders, create a new package, call it utils, and that inside that util I'm gonna paste that orders sections. Okay. And now from over here you can see that I don't need these statuses, because that's something that we are not gonna do. Instead, there should be one more status that should be assigned. Okay. And you can, it's again started complain because of the specific reason that we have something similar in the main. Now over here inside this section, when I paste it over here, I don't want it like this. Instead, I would want the first four for the restaurant side. So we'll just replace those. And I think we can now get rid of this one that we have. So we can just get rid of that. Right. We still need it in the customer, just so that we don't like the bill doesn't crash. So I think that's something that we should do. I'm just gonna create a new. mm, Okay, let's just do one more thing. Let's just copy that, paste it over here. From a customer perspective, we should have all. So I'm gonna use that for the rider one, and the one that should be there for I, yeah. Okay. So basically, for the customer point of view, for the customer point of view, I've set up everything, and the rest is fine. Now we can just import the riders orders. Now let's just run it. Oh yeah, one more thing that we need to do from the order list section. So when user basically, yeah, over here we go to the list section. So let's say when user click on any like this item that we have, we would want that user to be taken to the next screen. That is going to be our details section. So I'm going to say nav controller dot navigate, and then from over here I'm going to say order details I think that is the one, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah. Now let's just run this and see if what changes or the changes that I did is actually working as expected. I should not be seeing more statuses. We should just see the status that are required. So the app just loaded. We go over here. When I click on that item, you can see that I am over here. We have this orders section. We can go set it as order out for delivery, which means now the user is now out for delivery. So one thing to note over here is that if in current scenario user can like get back over here, but ideally it should show stuff one by one. For example, if user is at assign, then the screen should show it somehow that only the status for that specific order is out for delivery and there is nothing else. So let's say when user click on out for delivery, the option are only there like delivered, or like if there's any other option. So basically these are the kind of thing that you would want to do but right now I think that will take our application to a very different side or different scope. We'll definitely work on this since this is going to be on my GitHub, and I'm planning to work on this to have these kind of updated UIs. So if you want to help with that, there will be issues on my GitHub for this specific project, so you can pick those and then fix them, create pull request, and then we'll review and then merge them. So yeah, but I think that's for now it is fine, and this specific thing should help. Uh, now, so now the basic functionality is ready. We have the deliveries, accepted delivery that user can see over here. We have the notification section. Right now there is no notification, but I think we can work on that, and that's something that will be done. And we also have this listing of the orders, and we have the order details. Now the next thing that I would like to do over here is that once user click on that out for delivery sex or for any orders, we would want the proper tracking of our order of our riders. Okay, so for example, I would want the location to be sent to the backend constantly, like maybe click linking it through a socket, and then keep on updating that specific user location. And we'll also implement something similar for the customer, where where the customer can see the location of the rider. So that is something that we will do in the next video. And for this video, I think that's pretty much it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. So till then, happy coding. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please like the video, comment down below, and share the video with your friends. For similar content, you can subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, and if you have any queries, you can join my Discord server where we discuss different kind of things. So thank you so much for watching the video. Have a great day. Bye.